Hello, everybody. My program, it's called an elite framework to shape your personality and bring your full potential. And this is going to be the introduction. So these ideas are based on the individual psychology by Alfred Adler, and also based on 50 years of IP applied to other areas, especially in the areas in the workplace. So the three ideas I will be covering in my course are the very first idea is like how the lack of peace is the real nerve of our society. And when I think of a nerve, I think of a nerve when I have a tooth pain. And then the second idea is how we can examine that the real conflict starts, like huge conflicts in the world, starts from the micro level, from the person. And then a second idea I'm going to be discussing in the introduction is how the conflicts do not have anything to do with the situation, but with the relationship of the people in that situation, for example. And so the very first idea is how a fundamental problem of society is the lack of peace. And how do we understand this lack of peace? When we examine all the problems that people have, they are landing into four main problems. And one is the lack of discipline in every one individual that causes devalue processes in others. Also, how people have very low levels of service, and when you go to a supermarket, the cashier just throw the things to you, or you don't say thank you to them, for example, and this makes the person feels undervalued too. And another one is how many of us can have very poor prevention skills, but because we don't know how to prevent sometimes, how to diagnose things when they are super in the micro level, so that they don't become bigger problems. And the last one is a lack of emotional and stable personality of several people in the world. So this is the first point. And for the second point, the idea is that as I said, that the huge problems in the world, like contamination, all the global problems, starts in the very micro level. It starts with one person, for example, not depositing the garbage in the right place. And so here, the participants will learn to understand that the key to solve huge problems start with me, with the individual, as I am the key. Okay, got the key to unlock the problem or to close it. All right. And one very last point is how daily conflicts are relational conflicts, and rather than situational conflicts. And we can have, like, in a very simple example in the family, how if you don't close the toothpaste and the other one gets there and everything is a mess. So how can you prevent those little things that make the other one, could make the other one feel really valued or not? And so for this, you can think, okay, this is only a toothpaste. Yes, but as we know, the problems start very small with disagreements, but they grow huge until the person, all of a sudden, you see they don't talk to you, they don't call you anymore, they don't invite you to their house or their parties or something. And so you may ask, okay, what's going on here? And so what's going on here is that the people have like accumulated such an amount of devalorizations, and so they at the end decided to just disconnect between you and the other. So it's like a bye-bye. So these are the three main points I'm going to be covering in the introduction of my course. And how am I going to support participants, I'm going to make this course a very like a interactive session in which I'm going to present one topic, and then I'm going to break people into groups so that they discuss using some guides, and then I'm going to also support them with a community in which they will be like presenting their key takeaways, and also I will be preparing some guides on how they can actually identify the little things that they do in the daily basis that can become bigger problems, and so they will design like their action plans. So I appreciate very much for you to listen to my program, and please give me some feedback. And I want just to close with this idea that if I change, the world changes. So we don't have to expect for the bigger things to change, but if I change one person at a time, I can change a lot. So thanks for listening, and you can contact me here and sign up today for my conference. Okay.